Manchester United are preparing to face neighbours City in the Community Shield on Saturday in a bid to collect our first piece of silverware in the new 2024-25 campaign. Following our win over the Blues back in May in the Emirates F A Cup final and their Premier League success, this bout will be a rerun of that memorable day and the third Manchester derby to occur at Wembley in just over a year. Our opponents this weekend were defeated in last year's edition of the fixture, that time against Arsenal, on penalties. Our stateside pre-season tour provided helpful preparation for the travelling squad, but Erik ten Hag's side did land back in Manchester with a couple of names added to the injury list. New signing Leny Yoro picked up an unfortunate foot injury in our friendly against Arsenal in Los Angeles. Thankfully, the surgery he required has been successfully completed, but it means his introduction to competitive action for the Reds is set to be delayed by around 3 months. United have also suffered setbacks in the front line while across the pond. In that same game against the Gunners, striker Rasmus Højlund went down not long after netting the game's first goal and had to be withdrawn. That pair joined Tyrell Malaysia in the treatment room as he continues his recovery from long-term injury. Saturday's game could present the first chance to see the recently arrived Joshua Zirkzee turn out for United, but further team news is expected to be delivered by Ten Hag in the pre-match press conference later this week. Other than Rodri, who is yet to return to the pitch since he was withdrawn at half-time for Spain as they defeated England in the Euro 2024 final, our opponents look to be heading to Wembley with a clean bill of health. Ederson, however, has also been flagged as a potential doubt. Like Ten Hag, any fresh squad updates could be delivered by City boss Pep Guardiola beforehand. Now let's talk about the journey to the Community Shield. The Reds have earned the shot at early silverware this season thanks to our victory over City in May's FA Cup final. Only the second ever Manchester derby in the finale of the historical competition. 12 months on from the first, the trophy, pride and revenge were all on the line. Ten Hag's side dealt with that pressure expertly, with first half goals from academy duo Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo enough to overcome Jeremy Doku's late strike. United know all about late drama from that cup run, with Ahmad's last gasp winner in extra time of our quarter-final clash against Liverpool taking on even more importance in light of the Reds' ultimate triumph in the competition. The run also saw us advance past Wigan Athletic, Newport County, Nottingham Forest and Coventry City. The other slot in the Community Shield is filled by the winners of the Premier League, which last season was our FA Cup final opponent City. The tussle for the title went right down to the final day with Arsenal, but the Blues ended the season on top again. A little history in the Shield can help reveal what to expect on Saturday. United have a strong history in the competition, dating back to our first appearance in 1908 against Queen's Park Rangers. We most recently fought for the honour in 2016 against Leicester City with goals from Jesse Lingard and Zlatan Ibrahimovic enough to give us the victory on that day. We have met our crosstown rivals twice before when battling for the Shield, the first in 1956. Fans had to wait until 2011 for the matchup to occur again when 3 second-half goals from Chris Smalling and Nani 2 proved enough to turn around City's 2-goal lead at half-time. On both occasions, the honours travelled back to the red half of town, a record United will be working hard to uphold on Saturday. Meanwhile, Manchester United are hoping to bolster their ranks further by the end of this week. United reportedly remain locked in negotiations with Arsenal over a compensation fee for Chido Obi-Martin, although the striker has already completed a medical. So Sir Jim Ratcliffe and co. are not just focusing on improving the first team, with acquiring the services of young talents who can rise through the academy over the next few years also among their ambitions. United are on the cusp of winning the race to sign Obi-Martin, who recently snubbed a new contract with Arsenal in favour of seeking a new opportunity. According to The Athletic, the Danish youth international has already completed his medical at Carrington and broadly agreed on personal terms with the Red Devils. United must now negotiate a compensation fee with Arsenal for Obi-Martin, with those talks already heading towards a positive conclusion. There is an expectation that an agreement will therefore be reached rather than the deal going to a Premier League tribunal. Once a fee has been agreed between United and Arsenal, the deal will then need to go through the Premier League's ratification process due to Obi-Martin's age. That process could take several weeks, though the teenager will then be able to link up with his new squad. Despite being an incredibly highly rated within the academy ranks, Obi-Martin will first have to prove himself at under 18 level. The Red Devils then intend on having the striker feature for their under-21s and hope that he will participate in first-team training on occasions. Erik ten Hag will be hoping to see his first-team ranks shaken up in what remains of the summer transfer window as well. The Dutchman is keen to welcome at least 2 new defensive signings to his dressing room in the shape of Bayern Munich duo Matthijs de Ligt and Moussa Mazraoui. The Red Devils are also in the market for at least one midfielder to play alongside Kobbie Mainoo. Manuel Ugarte of Paris Saint-Germain was previously shortlisted as United's top target in that department, but his significant price tag has prompted the club to explore alternative options. All fingers crossed, waiting for the next action. What are your own thoughts on new signings for Manchester United? Sound off in the comments below.